Hey guys, welcome to another Moto Drink video, and this is an In the Garage review. This video is sponsored by nobody, which is best, because now if I want to poo-poo this jacket that I'm about to review, I totally can. So let's get into a budget Gore-Tex jacket and what that gets you. Now here it is up close. This is a shell style Gore-Tex jacket. There's no liner. So that's one of the trade-offs you're getting. Now the price for this was about 300 bucks. It's a Triumph branded jacket. It simply tells me it was made in Vietnam and designed in Great Britain. Doesn't give me much else to go on other than it's got the D3O label. It comes with all the elbow, shoulders, and back pad. Actually really nice stuff. Nice big back pad in it. So that's pretty cool. Now generally speaking, Gore-Tex does one thing really well, and that's water resistance, waterproofing. That's the reason I bought this jacket. I live in the Pacific Northwest. It rains a lot here. I have other waterproof garments, but they tend to wear out a bit quick, and I've just been hesitant to go ahead and join the $1,000 Adventure Bike Club jacket. Now, is this really an adventure bike jacket? Not so much. It doesn't have the pockets. It does have two front zipper pockets, which is nice. They're quite large. No interior pockets, no utility pockets, none of the little accessories that you see on an adventure type jacket. I'll be using it as an adventure jacket, but that's because I'm cheap. Now, because this jacket's $700 less than most of the Gore-Tex adventure competitors, let's get into some things that are some cons with this jacket. First of all, I said it, no liner. And in fact, not just that there's no liner, but actually there's not even a comfort liner. So this interior, it's not the most comfortable. If it was a mesh or a net like that back pad area throughout the whole jacket, it would be a whole lot more comfortable and still just as breathable. Now, is the jacket breathable? It is quite breathable. It has no open vents or anything like that, but I've done some hot weather riding the past few days, and I'm pleased to say that yes, it does breathe. Not quite as well as a mesh jacket as you would expect, but it does breathe. The next question is, can you use a jacket like this on a 4-season ride or basically year-round rider schedule? I think so. You wouldn't want to just have this jacket in the cold months. I plan on actually lining it with a heated jacket, maybe something from Mobile Warming, maybe something from First Gear. Depends on sort of the price and what I get for that. I'm leaning towards Mobile Warming because of the battery. As far as fitment for the jacket, I have noticed a bit of an issue with that as well. For me personally, the size that would fit me best is a large, but in the shoulders and the arms, they have it cut short. So this jacket is sized gut to arms, which is, if you're a lanky person like me, that's, it's the whole thing about the larger it gets, everything gets larger. It's like there's no lanky people on the planet. There are companies that make motorcycle apparel for people like me, but they're pretty pricey. It's not all bad though. This jacket's an extra large. There's a little bit of extra room in the front. I can work with that. I'm not trying to pick up dates or anything. And the shoulders and the sleeves do fit really well. Now, as far as styling goes, if you care about that, I certainly didn't. I think it looks okay, actually. When it's on with the rest of my gear, it looks good with jeans. That is, of course, unless you hate Triumph as a name brand, and then it's plastered all over you. Now, just one peculiar thing about this jacket that I noted the second I put it on, the zipper is actually on the opposite side of where it traditionally is on jackets that I'm used to. The zipper mechanism is on the stage left-handed side of you as the wearer. So that's kind of weird to get used to, but it's not a big deal. It's a big forgiving zipper. It's not like it's one of those little waterproof ones. And speaking of that, well, let's just go get hosed down and see if I stay dry. All right, here comes the test. So the way we're gonna do this is really simple. It's a wet t-shirt contest. Here's my beautiful Triumph shirt. Let's see how much water gets underneath. The person who's supposed to be spraying me should be here any minute. Oh no. Haha, Moto dingus. That's right, it's me, Elton Grammer, and I'm here with Richard Karn's invention to ruin your day. Well, you're gonna have to take my word for it. The jacket did work, but that Elton Grammer character got me in the face, so then it went down my neck a bit here, you can see. So, essentially, none got through, even through the zipper. The zipper is like kind of big, and it actually held up. You can see how the water is beaded up on it. So, yeah, I guess it works. I feel like some of you won't believe that it is waterproof based on the leakage that you just saw. So let's try this just one more time. And now, hey, dry. Alright guys, well, I have bad memory, so let's wrap this up properly with a quick summary of the jacket and everything I think of it so far. If you can't see it well on the board, I'm going to read it out loud to you, don't worry. Pros, the price, it's excellent, $300. I haven't been able to find a good jacket that's Gore-Tex, versatile for certainly not cheaper than that, so the price is excellent. D3O, the armor in this jacket is really great. Another thing that's great about it is the way the armor goes in the pockets. It's got these elastic bands. The armor stays in place really well inside those interior pockets, so good job for that. Another thing about the D3O is the spine is really big, and it's nice to have that. It certainly gives you some added confidence. Next up, water resistance. It was pretty good. I'm going to get to that. There's also a con about that later. So, surprisingly, the zipper, which I thought would be the failure point, held up. So, great. Looks good. I think it looks okay. The size under looks a little better on me, but the problem is I have the naked wrist syndrome. So for me to get, I mentioned earlier, the proper sizing doesn't exactly exist for me, but that's okay because in the winter when I'm layering coats underneath it, I'll have plenty of room. And it gets a kudo for versatility, and in this case we're going to be using it as an adventure jacket. It should do just fine. I'm not too worried about the pockets. I can certainly use pockets on my pants or just in various bags and boxes on the bike, so not too worried about that. And let's get to the cons. Abrasion protection. Didn't see anything about it in there. My guess is this thing is going to rip like tissue paper when you're hitting the pavement going, any speed. Hopefully we don't test that, but I don't think this is necessarily an abrasion resistant jacket. Could be wrong. Didn't see anything about it in the literature though. Next up, the liner. Or the lack thereof. No liner, I get it. This is a cost savings technique for them. It's a nice jacket. They had to make sacrifices somewhere. I get that. I would prefer, however, a comfort liner. Just some mesh lining that goes through the arms and through the rest of the areas, just like they have that holds the pads in. I mean, that material, that jersey material would feel much better on your skin, let's say when you're wearing a t-shirt underneath. Next up, lack of pockets. They probably could have tossed a pocket in there, but I'm thinking this jacket was designed really for simplicity of manufacturing. Again, for the price, it's not that big of a gripe for me. Lastly, it is water resistant, yes. We tested it, I'm very comfortable with that. However, upon taking any water around this area, it can fall into the neck area. So you'll want to have some way to seal that area off, scarf or whatever you're going to do. But essentially, once the water gets in there, it's just pouring right down into your, I would have got pretty wet if I'd continued to get sprayed in the face. So I would say that's a critical weak point of the system, is that the neck is a little big, for me at least. Now it is an extra large. Maybe it would be better if I was in a medium in that case, but then my arms wouldn't fit. All right, guys, well, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to put the jacket in the link below. You can check it out. You can probably talk to your dealer about it. I actually bought this jacket from my Triumph dealer. Cascade Moto Classics. If they don't have the jacket, you could ask them for the jacket. Maybe they can order it through their vendor and save you a bit of extreme high shipping. Not sure about that. I'm interested to see what you guys think. If you liked the video in any way and didn't cringe too hard at my bad jokes, please like and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000. And I want to say a special thank you to the real Elton Grammer. I'll see you guys next time.